sponsored by Regal Elevators and Lifts Consultants Limited, a company that is owned and operated by a Millwall fan, just like every single one of the sponsors that you can already see on the screen. If you are going to do a bit of business in 2022, then please keep it in the Millwall family by checking out all of our sponsors' website links in the description below or on our own website, www.lionstv.co.uk. This is your post-match analysis video. Of course it is. For the first game of the season yesterday, a 2-0 home win against Stoke City. The perfect result, the perfect performance, almost a perfect day. Let's start out by taking a look at the 11 that Gary Rowett went with to get the job done. Okay, so not what everyone thought the team selection would be. Of course, Danny McNamara not in the team. Also, Zion Fleming not in the team. I was sort of expecting the Fleming one, and I welcome that one with open arms. As if you watch the channel regularly, you will know. I think we've really got to ease him in, and to have that luxury of him, you know, us being 2-0 up and then bringing him on late doors, just to get him a feel for things, because I do feel he looks a little bit laboured with his running and looks a little bit behind the pace, but it's to be expected, and I'm sure he'll get up to speed in his own time. But I'm jumping a little bit ahead of myself. Let's get back to the starting at 11. It was Balkowski in goal. 3 centre-backs. Champagne, Charlie Creswell, Jake Cooper and Murray Wallace. Scott Malone, left wing-back. Ryan Leonard, right wing-back. 2 central midfielders, Jamie Shackleton and Billy Mitchell, with George Honeyman in a 10, and up front, Benik Afobe and Tom Bradshaw. Was that the team I was expecting? No, I feel it's really, really bold from Rowett to go with the young central midfielders. Billy, of course, isn't inexperienced, and neither is Shackleton. But those together are both young, and to not play together a whole lot. Shackleton's been at the club about a week, so I was really surprised. But it just shows you the confidence that Rowett must have in both of them, and knowing already what a good player Shackleton is. He must have impressed in training, and he's done the business at this level before. But despite that, I was still a little bit surprised. Of course, no Danny McNamara. The club have said that they've offered him a decent contract and they're awaiting his answer. Since then, Billy Mitchell and Murray Wallace both signed new long-term contracts. And then by leaving him out, sort of read between the lines, we didn't have to, because after the game, Gary Rowett come out and said I didn't play him because I feel as if he may have struggled to focus with his contract situation. So it looks like there's a little bit going on there, and hopefully he will sign the new deal. Look, nothing against Danny. He's a Millwall fan, of course he is, but he's got to do the best for his family. And I suppose after the 1 or 2 very good, strong seasons he's had, he feels he deserves a little bit more money. So I'd rather they just give it to him. I can't see there's much in the difference. This is life. This is football. And people go, yeah, proper Wall. He would never leave because he's Millwall. That just shows you, mate. Money talks and life is life. But look, I'm sure Danny McNamara will sign that contract sooner rather than later. Despite that, I feel that Ryan Leonard has deserved to start, and I thought he was brilliant again yesterday. I think he's had a really good pre-season, and I think that I may have thought he was going to start in midfield with Shackleton at wing-back, which again is a lovely alternative to have if needed, but he didn't. He went with that, and I couldn't argue with it. I thought they was all brilliant, all of them. I'm not just saying this, I'm not making it a vendetta, because I said it in my preview as well, but Scott Malone for me is gone. He didn't stop giving the ball away. Yes, he set up a goal, but that's because he takes the corners. And I don't know, he just didn't stop giving the ball away yesterday. But look, I'm not going to complain. We got through it. We started the game on the front foot, a packed in. Loads of Stoke fans, they was making noise. They went pretty quickly because they was misplacing all sorts of passes, and at one point I'm sure I heard their fans booing their own goalkeeper. So I don't know what's going on at their club, but not the start they were after. But we was very intense. We was good coming forward. We started to attack now, and again, for those who like to say on Twitter still, where's the Rowett out brigade now? Well, there is no Rowett out brigade now, because it's a completely different team playing a completely different formation with a load of new players. So it's not what it once was. It's completely shifted. And I said in pre-season I'm going to be more patient than ever this year. And I really felt that Rowett had a swagger about him, which he does appear to have. And we're going for the jugular. That energy in midfield, Honeyman, Mitchell, Shackleton, I thought they was absolutely outstanding, all 3 of them. Billy Mitchell, especially because, and I'll tell you why, because the problem is that some people have a Billy is, oh, he plays it sideways, oh, he plays it backwards. Well, this is why he was doing that, because we were playing 5 at the back and 2 holding CDMs that were so detached from the front 3 that when he got his head up to knock that pass, there wasn't one on. Now, we're playing further advanced, we're going for team's jugular. He's got Honeyman in the 10 in front of him, and instead of having 2 wide men and one main striker, he's now got 2 main strikers. So he's actually got passes he can play now directly in front of him. And I feel that he did that yesterday. I said he was superb in the first half and the second. Shackleton was brilliant in the first, died out a bit in the second, but that's to be expected, lack of game time. My man of the match, well, I don't suppose you can give the man of the match to anyone other than Charlie Creswell. Double goal on his debut, clean sheet as well, which is what his actual job is, to defend our goal. Scores two, but George Honeyman, absolutely superb. He looks like a real player. Doesn't fuck around on the ball. Gets it, lays it off. Looking to move on. Looking to move it forward. Looking for little through balls and to make things happen. And those three in the midfield now. I mean, look, without George Saville and George Evans and even Ryan Leonard in the midfield, it's a frightening strength of depth that we seem to have. And I don't think we're done yet on the transfers. But look, I've gone on for long enough. Let's talk about the actual goals in the game. The goal comes on 12 minutes. No more than we deserve. Corner from George Honeyman. And Creswell gets amongst some bodies and powerfully heads past the Stoke keeper. Literally runs and celebrates right in front of us. As he jumps up, he goes, fucking come on. Like the passion on his face. The bromance we've now got with Leeds. We're all Leeds, aren't we? No, we're all Millwall, of course we are. But Leeds now have given us two players and they'll dine on that forever, won't they? But suits us as long as we get where we need to be. After that, we did lose control of the game a little bit. We stopped keeping possession and it got a little bit scrappy. And then, again, when people go, well, where's the route out brigade? This is where people start going, oh, this is bollocks. We've got to fucking kill this team off. That football's not like that. Teams will have patterns and spells, and it will shift, and they'll have their little go. You can't play fucking unbelievable for 90 minutes, not unless you're Premier League and you're playing, you know, a League One or National League South side. But we're at the same level as Stoke. They're going to have their little pop, and they did come forward. They did have a shot, and a big man, completely confident with Bulkowski in goal when he's got to save the ball. The only time I shit my pants is when people want to play it back to him with his feet. I'm like, no, please no, just get rid of it, Bulk, which he does, to be fair, because he knows his strengths. But his strength, usually, is saving the ball, and it's very rare he makes a fuck up. Shot comes in, he goes down. I see him go down to scoop it, so I sort of look away. Then I see the Stoke fans cheering. I look back and Bart's like sprawled out. I mean, I'm a long way from the Cold Blow Lane end. People on social media and on our comments and the big Terminator all said they thought it was in. My argument will be, well, it couldn't have been in because, and someone needs to correct me on this in the comments, I'm sure, I know there's no VAR in the Championship, but I'm sure there's Hawkeye. And I'll tell you why I'm sure there is, because a few seasons ago, Sean Hutchinson got an equaliser for us at the Cold Blow Lane end. He was 1-0 down against someone, can't remember who it was, and we got given a goal through Hawkeye. So I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. I know the rules are always changing and the FA is always mixing and matching it, but I don't think that it could have been over. However, having watched the highlights back this morning twice, I think it probably was, and we got away with one there. But there you go. Sometimes you need a little bit of luck in football, and it is what it is. Get to half time, 1-0 up. I would have took 0-0 because, as we know now, we're stronger in the second half at home. And my God, was we stronger in the second half? I thought Tom Bradshaw was absolutely superb yesterday in the second half. And again, people saying in my live stream that he was quiet in the first. We had nothing. He won a lot of headers actually, and he was holding the ball up quite well. But strikers getting the ball with their backs to goal, you know, on the halfway line or in their own half with a 6'4" defender steaming into the back of them. What can you do there? You're a striker. You need chances to score goals. And he did do that, didn't he? We pressed him, We was unlucky on occasions. Afobe played well. I think that they all played brilliant for me. All played brilliant, other than with the exception, I don't think Malone was the greatest. Give the ball away a lot, and I think we should look to replace him. But Bradshaw scores that goal, and again, we got away with one in the first half. Stoke, it evens it out in a second because corner comes in. Poor corner actually from Malone. Someone dips low and does really well, wrap their head around it, up in the air. Keeper comes up, punches it with bodies around him. It drops us right behind that. Bradshaw volley, fired it into the middle of the net. Disallowed. Now, it wasn't offside because I've seen various replays, including the Millwall Tube. Shout out to Millwall Tube, check his channel out if you haven't. But he was behind the Cold Blow Lane, he's videoed it. There's people on the line. Was it a foul on the keeper? It didn't look like it was. So I have no idea. But it got disallowed. However, we didn't let that deter us. We continued to press forward. And before Charlie Creswell gets his second, he almost gets his first second, if you know what I mean. Could have had a hat-trick yesterday. Corner comes in. He works free again. Header. Looked like it's past the keeper. Gets his hand up. Brilliant save from the keeper. Now, Charlie Creswell is a real talent. Leeds have told us that. We're seeing it firsthand now. Is he that strong that they just can't contain him? Or is this really bad defending from Stoke? Because after he scores one and they get their second warning, from literally the next corner, I think it was, exactly the same thing happens again. But this time he meets it, gets free, side foot volley. His old man would have been proud of the finish himself, of course, was a striker. for Preston and Leeds, I think. Richard Creswell, back in the 90s, used to score a few against us. But look, 2-0, and the Den absolutely erupts. And what we do is, as the team, what the team seem to do, is we get hype, we get a big crowd, and then we let ourselves down with a result. And absolutely didn't do that yesterday. We was in cruise control, let's be honest. I don't think Bart was very rarely threatened. There was no shitty bum time in the last 10 minutes. It was absolutely superb. Deserved more. We deserved nothing more than the win, but we actually probably could have got more goals, is what I'm getting at. And we win the game by 2-0. So the players always say it, and we all know it, and it is a cliche, yes. But if the Den is rocking, there's no place like it. It is the 12th man. So I know it's expensive. I know fucking times are hard. And I know, like, your missus likes to take you down B&Q at weekends and shit like that, and spend all your money. But try and keep some back, and let's try and keep the Den as full as possible. And next week, let's try to take a fucking army at Sheffield United. We always get a result up there. They'll feel their grade. It'll be a fantastic day. But I'm jumping ahead. Look, that's your post-match analysis done, and I'll be back. I'll try and be back tomorrow. Actually, I'm leaving very, very shortly to go to the Cotswolds for some filming. So I might try and do a preview for Cambridge Tuesday. And I might try and do a Den debate tomorrow, but there's no point me saying ifs, buts and maybes. You want concrete answers, which I can't give you. But I've given you this one today. Hope you've enjoyed it. Post-match analysis, 2-0 winners against Stoke, and there's a rumour going round that we're top of the league. And so that's your lot for this post-match analysis. I hope you've enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Please subscribe to the most subscribed to YouTube channel in the Championship, which is Lions TV. Press that fucking subscribe button. You know it makes sense. Come on, you Lions.